A $50,000 Hyundai Santa Fe? What are you, on something? Oh, wait a minute. That's what we're here for today on the Sunday Rant. Hello and welcome to Trucking Answers. It's the Sunday Rant. And there was recently an article that said, drivers agree with Biden administration's push to legalize cannabis. What? And so then you read through the article and you read the comments, and it said many drivers had commented on the, because there's a public comment period or whatever, where they're going to, not legalize, right, but reschedule from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3 substance. And drivers are all about it, apparently. Well, that's just awesome. It said many drivers commented anonymously, all right? They shouldn't do that. That's number one. If you're going to put a comment about something, say who you are, all right? People know me here, so. The other thing about it is in the comment section of this article, drivers are like, oh, well, absolutely, I ought to be able to do this the way I get, one guy said, I ought to be able to do this the same way I get drunk on the weekends. Is that some kind of argument? Is this the truck drivers that are out there? That's our best argument. Well, heck, I can get drunk all the time. Why can't I do this? Great. I mean, seriously, this is our argument now. Well, if I can get drunk, I might as well be able to do that too. No. How about no? I think that, and I'm not for it, okay? Whether they reschedule it is one thing, but allowing people to drive after use is another thing completely. Okay, I've always maintained that DUI statute should be 0. If you blow more than a 0, you go to jail immediately. That's truck drivers, car drivers, anytime. If you blow more than a 0 driving a truck, you are fired and lose your license. That's what it should be. And it would be the same for this. So in Canada, there's an immediate test they can do in Canada. I don't know why we don't do it here. Probably some kind of legislation problem. They could do a test on the spot, basically, and see if you test positive. If you would test positive on the spot, that should be it. Your license, done. Okay, because the thing is choice, as always. So yeah, drivers are like, well, one guy said, I got fired because I had been to a party, my friend's party in Colorado 28 days before, and I had done stuff, and, then I got picked and I got fired. All right. Well, you know what the story is. This is not something new. All right. So you make a choice. Like, well, I'm going to do this, and so if I lose my job, fine. I don't know why you don't just stand up and say, all right, well, I decided to do something that I know can get me fired. I got fired, and now I think the government should do something. Here we go with the government again. Stop looking to the government for your solutions. So if this is illegal, you don't do it, period. Okay? Nobody in there said what I always hear, well, Mark, what if somebody puts something in, whatever you're doing? Okay, nobody complained about that. Everybody complained that they can't go do things on the weekend like everybody else can. It's just the dumbest thing. People are always looking for a way to do the lowest value item in their life, and I'm not a fan of it. All right, and rescheduling it is one thing, but for driving, that's another thing. Whatever you want to do on your free time, fine, but then if you get fired, don't complain about it. You made a choice. You made that choice, not the government or anybody else. And that's what should be said, really. Freedom is freedom on both sides. Companies can also have a rule that says, hey, 0 and you're fired. So then you complain. What do you go complain to the government? No. You made your choice. Same with these people. They made their illegal bed. Now they can go lay in it. Okay. Simple as that. To go on there and, bring out the lowest common possible denominator. Like, oh, I'm drunk every single weekend. Why can't I do this too? What kind of dumb thing is that to say? Is that your best argument? Well, I'm a stupid drunk every time I go home. Or every 3 months whenever I get home. Come on. The answer for driving, which would be for driving any vehicle, would be no. Absolutely not. DUI 0, there's no excuse. Really no excuse to be not in your right mind and out driving. None. No one can give me a good argument. Well, Mark, if I'm only partially drunk, I should be able to drive. If I'm only partially up on any other substance, it's fine. No, it isn't fine. It should be 0 for everything, period. Pay attention to what you're doing and be aware of what's happening. So I, unlike many of the drivers that wrote in, am opposed to allowing a driver. Finally, again, I stand with the ATA. Hard to believe. Hard to believe, but I'm with them. Right? We don't need any drivers that are, impaired in any way on the road. It doesn't improve safety. And you can say what you want. Well, it was days ago. I don't want to hear about it. Okay, I don't want to hear about it. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back soon on another Trucking Answers.